Brucey, I was just thinking, why don't we take a trip for our anniversary this year?
Sure, beautiful. Sounds like a great idea. Where do you want to go?
I was thinking about going back to the beach where we got married.
Sounds good.
And I was thinking we could have a little ceremony there to renew our vows.
Wait, you want to renew our vows?
Sure, it'll be so romantic.
Yeah, but I think you're forgetting how hard it was the first time to plan our wedding, and how expensive.
It won't be like that this time. We've got the money from your new gig now, so we won't have to do as much penny pinching this time. Plus, we learned a lot the first time around. We learned not to eat the floral arrangements, and we learned to hire a photographer that knows how to photograph dinosaurs. Oh, we should look for a wildlife photographer this time.
It's just that last time our plans got out of hand, and when we found out how much it was going to cost, well, it broke my heart having to cut back on all those things that you wanted. And sure, I'm making more money now, but everything is so much more expensive now, too.
Aw, you bonehead. You know all I really wanted was you, and that's all I still want. I just want you and me to stand up out on that beach and declare our love.
Well, okay. If that's what my Lady Saurus wants, then that's what we're gonna do.
Great. And I know this Ankylosaurus that I think we can get to officiate for us.
An Ankylosaurus? Really? Those guys are armored like a tank. That's not romantic. Why not a pteranodon?
I don't know any pteranodons. I know a hadrosaur.
A hadrosaur? Wait a minute. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Commander Go Show. And please welcome my co-host, the guy with the long neck and the short temper, Bruce, the belligerent Brontosaurus. Say hello, Bruce. Hello, mammals. So, Bruce, how have you been? Fine. I'm a little frazzled, though. Gertie wants us to renew our vows on our anniversary trip this year, so we got a lot of planning ahead of us. Oh, that's great. I'm glad to hear it. You and Gertie are such a sweet couple. Well, yeah. Gertie's the best. But planning our wedding the first time was kind of stressful, so I'm a little nervous about how this vow renewal ceremony's gonna go. Well, you know, the movie we're reviewing today has a lot to do with planning a wedding, too. Well, of course it does. The movie we're reviewing always has something to do with what someone on your show is going through. I think you were spying on us, but I know it's just because you're the one scripting all of our dialogue. Bruce, can you dial back the meta a little? Oh, okay. Yes, we're reviewing the 1993 TV movie, The Flintstones, YABBA DABBA Do, in which Pebbles Flintstone and Bam Bam Rubble finally tie the knot. Oh, the Flintstones, eh? I love the Flintstones. I love how there's often just some dinosaur hanging around in the background just doing his job, but ready with a sarcastic comment about what's going on. That's great. I thought you'd like this. So are you ready? Sure, why not? Okay then, stay tuned everyone. Bruce and I will be right back to take you to the town of Bedrock for our review of the Flintstones, YABBA DABBA Do. By the way, if you would like to see more content about pop culture, movies, and TV, then click that subscribe button. And hey, it just might brighten your day too. And now, on with the show. The Flintstones, YABBA DABBA Do is an animated TV movie released in 1993. A follow-up to the popular 1960s animated primetime sitcom The Flintstones, about a modern suburban family set in the Stone Age.
The movie begins the way all movies should begin, with dinosaurs smashing stuff.
Actually, this is the rock quarry where Fred Flintstone works as a dino crane operator.
You know, I got a job as a dino crane once. It was a big mistake, though. I was supposed to pick up rocks in my mouth and move them out of the pit. The problem was the rocks kept falling out of my mouth whenever I tried to talk. I told the boss about it. You know what he said? He said, "Don't talk. You're not being paid to talk. You're being paid to work." I said, "You don't know me very well, pal, do you?" And I quit right there and then. Who needs that kind of job?
Anyway, the whistle soon blows, signaling the end of the workday, and Fred and his best friend and neighbor, Barney Rubble, rush home to catch the Bedrock Brontos game on TV.
Bedrock Brontos. Now there's a name for a sports team. With a name like that, they can't lose.
The Brontos lose the game.
Wait, what?
And this spells big trouble for Fred. It seems that Fred has bet the entire nest egg that he and his wife Wilma have been saving since they were married on this game. Meanwhile, the Rubble's son Bam Bam has just proposed to his longtime sweetheart, the Flintstones' daughter, Pebbles. They rush home to tell their parents, and after recovering from the shock, Fred, getting caught up in the moment, rejects Pebbles and Bam Bam's plan for a small, simple wedding and promises his daughter a big, fancy wedding, money no object. Having committed himself to pay for a big wedding and having no money to pay for it, Fred tries to get the money by taking out a loan, but the bank only laughs in his face.
And he tries to ask his boss for a raise and ends up getting himself fired.
So, with no way to pay for the wedding, and not being willing to admit it to his family, Fred proceeds to try to sabotage the wedding. But is it really about the money? Or is Fred just afraid of losing his little girl? And will the wedding happen as planned? Or will Fred's shenanigans drive Pebbles and Bam Bam to elope in Rock Vegas?
Ah, Bedrock. Now there's a place where a dinosaur can feel at home. And those two kids, Pebbles and Bam Bam, they're sweet. I'm glad to see them get together.
So you like this movie, Bruce?
Yeah, it was also very relatable. Gertie and I didn't have a lot of money when we got married too, so we decided to just have a nice, simple wedding. Then we had to deal with a big sticker shock when we saw the price tag on just a nice, simple wedding. But it all worked out.
I liked it too, but I forgot how much content that's not really for kids could sneak into the Flintstones. For example, in this movie, Pebbles is taken to see the Rock'n'Dales dancers for her bachelorette party. That's the Bedrock equivalent of the Chippendales. And Fred tries to hire a lady to jump out of a cake for Bam Bam's bachelor party. Of course, if you're too young to know what those things are a reference to, these adult jokes will just go over your head, so it's still pretty safe for the kids, but it's surprising to see that they went there.
Yeah, well, the Flintstones started off as a primetime sitcom that just happened to be animated. It wasn't really aimed at kids. It ended up being in reruns on Saturday morning, and then a bunch of Saturday morning spin-offs that were aimed at kids came out later. But in the beginning, it wasn't just a kids show.
That's true. And some audiences today might be turned off by the static nature of the characters. For example, Fred makes an irresponsible bet which creates the problem for him in the first place. Later, it looks like Fred has learned his lesson when he and Barney find themselves in a casino. Passing a gaming table, Barney places a bet to try to win back some of the money that they lost. And Fred, although tempted, decides that they should leave and not place their faith in gambling. But Barney's bet ends up paying off and helps them to solve their problems. This undermines any personal growth Fred might have gotten out of this story.
But this is a sitcom. It's a different kind of storytelling. It's not about character growth. It's about watching funny characters get into crazy antics and then get out of them by the end of the story, so everything ends up back to normal. Fred is a flawed character, but those flaws are the reason he gets into all those crazy antics. If he learned and grew with each experience, then he wouldn't keep getting into more shenanigans next time. It's like when he keeps getting angry with Barney, and it ends their friendship. only to make up and forgive each other later. When their kids get married, he swears that they're family now and that will never happen again, only to go back on his word a few minutes later. Fred and Barney are static characters. They always go back to the status quo. But that's how it's supposed to be. It's not bad, it's just a different kind of storytelling.
Well, I agree, and I enjoy that kind of storytelling, but some audiences today might find it a bit old-fashioned.
Well, what do I care? I'm a literal dinosaur.
Well, I recommend this movie. It's fun sitcom antics set against a sweet story of young love coming together in matrimony. Just be aware that while it is the kind of story that can and does have a moral, it's still going to hit the reset button on any character growth before the next story begins.
And it has plenty of dinosaurs in it, so why wouldn't you watch it?
That's right. So, good luck planning your vow renewal, Bruce. And do you have anything to add before we sign off?
Nah, I can't. It's too corny.
Nah, go ahead, Bruce. Why fight it?
Oh, all right. Okay, mammals. Yabba dabba doo!
So long, everyone.